Hello and welcome to a Certified Angus Beef brand seminar. Today we're going to talk about ranching in challenging landscapes, and we are going to learn about the farmers and ranchers behind the Certified Angus Beef brand, and especially how they protect the land, the natural resources and water, while still providing the best cattle care. Today with me, I have one of my favorite colleagues and partners in crime, Martin Lemoyne. He is the Director of Canadian Business Development. And of course, I am Laura Newberry-Yokley. I am the Assistant Director of International and Multicultural Marketing. And of course, we had to bring our entire team. We are actually part of a larger team of over 150 individuals that work tirelessly and relentlessly to bring the best quality beef all the way around the world. So Martin, take it away.
Well, thank you, Laura. Again, we're going to take a little bit of your time today, about 15 minutes, to go around the brand promise, the raising standard, and what it means for you in your business, how and why it's important to understand also behind the scene what we're doing about targeting the brand, and finish it up with basically a video that's going to talk about the history of the brand. But first, I want to say one thing you need to know is the brand was created by engaged Angus farmer that wanted to change a difference in the industry when the industry was not looking at quality as a statement of ensuring customer demand. Certified Angus Beef was created by passionate Angus producers that wanted to ensure that customers can have a trust in the quality that they would buy when they're seeing the brand. And that's why today we're looking at the brand recognition to be 95% recognized in Canada and in the United States. That is quite phenomenal to say about an accomplishment that was done by an organization that is still today managed by farmers and ranchers, and basically is a nonprofit organization again in the way we operate. So on that, Laura, you want to speak a little bit more about one of the elements of our pillars?
Absolutely. So our commitment to our consumers and the beef community is our raising standards ideal, where it comes from inspired thought and responsible action. Our community is built on relationships, and they are at the heart of our business. Building better communities starts by encouraging our own team members to create meaningful and positive changes. Working together, we can create and contribute meaningfully to the larger brand and beef community's goals. The next generation is very important to us. We empower and educate tomorrow's pioneers by connecting them with today's leaders. We make sure that tools and support are given to the next generation to pursue their passions. We support young ranchers, beef professionals, chefs, the whole community as a whole, so that we can ensure the beef community remains relevant in the future and poised for growth. The cattle care is not just a responsibility, but it is fundamental to our values and inherent in our character. We connect leaders and experts from gate to plate, helping them understand and implement and leading practices. We're implementing the leading practices necessary to deliver high quality beef. We count on all members of the beef community to uphold the highest level of care. And finally, environmental resources should be used mindfully, and everyone can contribute to positive change and a brighter future. As members of the beef community, it's our privilege and responsibility to take good care of the land on which our livelihoods and community rely. We also support the conservation efforts of others in the beef community.
That's a very good point that you're making here, Laura. And by talking about the community, we have to understand the Certified Angus Beef is only raised in North America. And we are basically very active members of the Canadian Roundtable and the US Roundtable around sustainable beef. That's an engagement that we have, and that we are really strive to always be engaged in the conversation there. One of the best ways to show you the rationale of how we engage with farmers is by Laura showing one of the videos that we have. It's the family of the Nisvik in Alberta. So let me just stop sharing and allow Laura to share the video.
On this place, there's been 100 years of decisions made that have allowed us to, be a viable operation. Growing up, it was my dad George and my uncle Jack who were running the farm here. From the time you could drive something, you were you were doing something. You were moving cows or starting to do field work and whatnot. I hadn't thought of really doing anything else. Me and Brad were able to, just take on more of the management until we were doing it all.
The working of the farm itself, it works well because everyone has their place and everyone contributes in their own way. And I think everyone has the same passion for continuing to make Niznik Farms what it is.
I'm so thankful to be a part of this family. Our kids are like siblings. We probably eat 3 meals a week together at the minimum.
I love it when the kids just want to be around. The kids want to be here, want to participate, want to bring friends and show what they do, where they come from. Soil is how we make our living, what we do with it and how we can improve it. From the first years we started grazing corn about 12 years ago, we're probably down to a 75% fertilizer rate on it just because we're recycling nutrients on those grounds. The soil, the water, the land, it's all one equation.
We let the cows do the work for us, and a good cow herd just, does that. We won't buy a bull where we do not know what's under the hide, or we need the EPDs to indicate that it's going to be a high marbling bull. And if the producer isn't giving us the EPDs, we want actual ultrasound data on them. And on our place, we won't buy a bull that doesn't have AAA marbling at the very least.
We're able to get genetics that meet all those carcass traits that we know give the ultimate eating experience with beef.
Angus genetics, they're quite a ways ahead of anybody anyway on the marbling end and the quality of carcass. Within the Angus breed, you can improve it so much.
I love eating, and an experience that's second to none. You remember that for a long time.
We're trying to raise the absolute best product that they will taste and probably the healthiest product that they can eat. And that's a good, well-marbled steak.
Certified Angus Beef delivers that product, that people want, that people all over the world, are glad to have.
Thank you for coming and helping us to celebrate the award from Certified Angus Beef for commitment to excellence.
This wasn't our award. You guys all played a significant part in getting us to today, and we want to thank you for being here with us.
To be awarded the commitment to excellence is really validation for our vision, what we've been striving for so long, what we've persevered through, to get to where we are today.
You have to have grit. It's a great life. I wouldn't change it for the world, but you sure gotta love it.
In all the years I've known Bruce, all he's ever wanted to do is farm, and he loves farming. It isn't easy. You're at the mercy of the markets and the world and the environment and nature, and you just have to love what you do.
One thing that I wanted to be able to show quickly, but it really is the synchronicity that we are seeing around raising cattle in Canada and raising cattle in the US. The beauty is the learning that we apply in all of the two markets is beneficial for all the farming family. Also, the other thing that we can say about our brand, and it's the engagement that we take for respecting the quality statement at all levels. I'll explain a little bit further how we engage at the farm, but I want to let you know also that we also engage at each and every level of the value chain to ensure that the customer will always experience the quality by having that certification and authenticity of tracking everything that goes with the signature of the brand. One of the things I want to highlight is really one thing that was really fundamental about when the brand was created. It was created for creating value for the Angus beef producer in regards of making consumer recognize the quality to demand, again, Angus product the next time they shop around. So the brand started from the beginning, engaging with farmers and ranchers about talking about EPD and tracking about the benefit of quality. And that's what we're doing all the time. We can see we have done engagement with the Junior Angus Association in Canada. We do engagement in all major ag industry show. We also engage and train our distributor. So when they come to your door, they have also the skill and the learning ability to talk about different cuts. That's what is our responsibility, because we really have a big responsibility is continue to build trust. And those only 2% of the farming family that feeds the 98% of the world. The reality in Canada, only 2% of a family are working on farm. In Canada, that's 59,000 family of ranchers and farmers. But it's really important for us that they know that they can trust us to be their voice with you to ensure customer understand that they're buying quality. Because at the end of the day, you have to all remember the bitterness of a poor quality remain more long after the sweetness of a low price is forgot. When you go to a restaurant, you're not looking to save money, you're looking for an experience. You want to take time with your family and friends and enjoy the quality that you wish that you're able to be served. And on that, I would say, Laura, I would pass it again, the elements to talk about the brand, where it starts and what it is today with that beautiful video.
It's hard to imagine it now, but there was a time more than 40 years ago when beef was just beef. But then something happened. The Certified Angus Beef brand happened. Like all pioneers, the cattlemen who created the world's first premium brand of beef did so because no one told them it couldn't be done. And while they simply set out to create a better cut of meat, what they actually created was a movement, one that would change the beef industry forever. Today, the Certified Angus Beef brand, which is in more than 50 countries around the world, is the standard against which all other beef is judged. It is a brand consumers can count on, a brand that from day one made taste our guiding principle. We are a brand born from a rich heritage of foresight and uncompromising standards. Each of our partners, from pasture to kitchen and all points between, has taken the reins handed to them by their forebears, opening doors for a new generation of ranchers, creating a community whose sole focus is on making the finest possible product, and seeing to it that the future of the Certified Angus Beef brand is secure. Now is our time, our turn, to make a mark in pursuit of building an iconic brand. Quality, stewardship, legacy, these things are in our hands. It is upon each and every one of us to continue to build the Certified Angus Beef brand into what it is. And what it is nothing less than a brand that led a revolution. The brand that, quite literally, changed beef.
Thank you, Laura, for that beautiful video. Again, it's great to see where we came from and where we're aiming for the future. The beauty that we're seeing is we're still the #1 leading premium brand. It was created by farmers and ranchers. And today we have access to over 85% of the supply. That means we work with over 30 packers across North America, 5 of them in Canada. And the ability that we have to audit all of those products that will go in a box to qualify for the 10 rigorous specs, guarantee the quality that you want to serve at your restaurant. That's key important for us. Why? Because the brand is existing to create consumer demand based on the taste and recognition of the best quality you're always able to offer to your customer. On that, Laura, I would let you finish with the brand promise.
Absolutely, exactly right. Our promise to you and to our consumers around the world is that we will always bring you the best tasting, the best selling, and best sourced beef. Why? Because if it's not certified, it's not the best. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. See you.